Saul in Bromley, good evening.
Good evening, Daniel. Thanks for taking my call.
How can I help you, Saul?
I'm a garden designer, and in 2022, I designed a garden for a client, and subsequently, I recommended a landscaper to come and build the garden, which was agreed by the client. Part of the build was 2 quite large walls in the garden. Subsequently, those walls were starting to fall down, leaning into a neighbour's garden.
Okay, how long ago was this build, Saul?
2022.
Okay.
And
Yep.
it was made aware to me, I think, April last year, that the walls were falling down.
April 25. Just tell me, were they brick walls or something else?
A blockwork, yeah.
Sorry, I'm not a builder. I don't know what blockwork means.
Sorry, like large bricks.
Large bricks, okay.
Yeah. And then it was rendered and painted, and that was the finish. So the issue really is the client has come to me saying that I'm responsible because I subcontracted the landscaper. I dispute the fact that I subcontracted him. I just recommended him for the job. But the client is coming after me for recompense for knocking down the wall and rebuilding it, which does need to happen. I'm not in dispute of that.
All right, starting point, Saul. Who was paid for the build? Was it you or was it the builder?
Right, this is where there's an issue. When the first invoice was to come from the landscaper to the client, I said to the client, the landscaper is going to invoice you this weekend for his first invoice. And the client turned around and said to me, I would rather the invoice came through you because it's you I have the relationship with. And my mistake, which I'm very aware of, is saying, okay, well, to make the client happy, I will do that. So the landscaper invoiced me. I invoiced or sent that to the client. The client then paid me. I didn't take any money from that and paid that money straight to the landscaper.
Okay. Did the landscaper send any terms and conditions to the client?
There were no contracts signed by anyone for this job, whether it was the design or the build.
All right. Saul, I think you might know the answer to this and you might have shot yourself in the foot here.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you assumed responsibility. In the absence of any written contract between the landscaper and the client, and with the client essentially saying, I want it to go through you, that sounds to me like the client, that the contract was with you, and the legal analysis is exactly the one you described. The client's contract is with you, and you agreed to subcontract it out to the landscaper. And the client is right that you are the person he or she should be suing. You, of course, can just sue the landscaper in turn. And if you get a claim issued against you, you immediately issue a claim against the landscaper, have it heard at the same time, and you basically say, look, Gov, to the judge. Well, you don't call the judge Gov, that's slightly informal. You say to the judge, look, if there was negligence by the landscaper, the landscaper is the one paying. The practical problem you have, Saul, is that if the landscaper goes bust, you're left carrying the baby. You're going to have to pay.
So there's been a slight development. So there were 2 letter before actions sent to me. First of all, one in December, which I responded to. And then the second letter before action, which was sent to both myself and the landscaper, which is the first time the client has brought the landscaper on board. Which, again, I responded. But the landscaper, although I know he's still practicing, he's washed his hands of it, hasn't responded to any calls or texts or anything.
Yeah.
And then last week, I got a final letter from the client, which was an application has now been made to the courts in respect to the faulty wall. And now myself and the landscaper have both been brought on board. Okay, so what's happened is the client has done exactly the right thing, which he has sued both of you, because you're saying it's the landscaper's fault. The client thinks it's your fault, but you're saying it's the landscaper's fault, so the client has sued you both so that one of you will be liable. Problem is, Saul, on the analysis that you've given, you're the one that's liable, and if the landscaper's disappeared or has no money, as I said, you're left with the bill.